home on my couch. How you guys doing? This is Dexter Powell Jr. It is Sunday, February 16th, 2020. Whew. Wow. It has taken me so long to just get to a place where I could open up my eyes and realize that, what are you doing, Dex? For so long, since you were a little kid, there's been things that have tried to take you out of this world. But you have so much to give. I told you I'm at home and you can hear the dogs over there in the window, so if that distracts you, I'm sorry. But if that distracts you, you're going to have a major problem. Because our life is full of so many distractions. And how we operate when we're distracted is the most important thing. So a lot of times when we get distracted, our focus falls off and then we run off into some other thing so quick, and our minds nowadays, especially with our phones, are constantly going and constantly trying to fulfill something, a void. And that's what I've really done for the last 20 years is running and trying to fill a void and find a void, and really running from myself and who I really was and what I was to the world. And so folks, well, hello. There's been many people, over the years who have met me at different stages of my life, different looks, different sizes. And one of the most common things that I've heard is, you need to write a book. I was told I needed to write a book at 16. I was locked up on my 13th birthday because I committed a felony because I didn't want to get a whooping. Whew. Are you kidding me? One decision that I made when I was 12 years old changed the entire trajectory of my life. But thankfully, with all the bad decisions that I made, that I am here. I have clear vision, and I see you. I apologize for the ones that have been lost while I was still caught up in my own mess, but I'm prepared to make my mess my message, and to continue to spread hope and healing throughout the world with my voice, because that's what he's given me and that's what's inside of me. And so even in my darkest hours, I would see myself touching the world and touching people's lives, and it was just like, how is that going to happen? How you made too many mistakes. You're not. And believe me, right now I am walking on water, because if I'm looking with my natural eyes, everything around me looks, like problems, like mountains, And so, but one thing that God says is that if you step out on the water and begin to walk, you're going to walk. And He's going to walk right there with you. And He's going to be carrying you. And you're going to go places beyond your wildest imagination, only because you opened up your heart and listened. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just opening up my heart and listening and saying, what do you want me to do? And so that's why even I'm recording this video right now, because it was just like, this is what you need to do right now. So I'm doing this. I don't know who's going to watch it, who's going to see it, but I know that one thing for sure is Dexter Powell Jr., Iamdexspeaks.com is coming to a city near you, bringing Young King in March. Now, Young King is based upon just my story, and it talks about me going through the juvenile detention system, starting at 12 years old, and just how that one decision affected my entire life. And I just want to just really urge the young people out there to stop, breathe. Don't be so quick to just snap and just make a brash decision, because that one decision could be your last decision. You want to focus on making the next decision your best decision. It was just about 3.5 years ago that I'd actually tried to take my life and ended up having to stay in the mental hospital for about 3 weeks. While I was in that mental hospital, Brianna brought me this folder here, and I began to write. And I remember that she brought me a pen, and they gave me the pen, And so when I started off, I started writing with my pen. And then the second night that I was writing, shift change happened. This guy comes in the room, he says, "You're not supposed to have a pen." I said, "What? My wife brought me this pen." He says, "Well, you need to turn it in." And when he took the pen, it was just a pen. But when I began to write, it felt like I had a voice. And so when he took the pen, it was like he's taking my voice. And then he gave me a little pencil. And it was just the hardest thing to try to write with this pencil. And I was just so frustrated that I had to write with this little tiny pencil. But even though I had to use a pencil, so even though the method was different, even though I didn't have the same instrument that I originally started with, I was still able to write. I was still able, even though it didn't feel good, it wasn't what I wanted, it still works. So you got to work with what you got, and just focus on that next decision. And I hope to see you guys soon. I'm definitely going to be in Oakland. I know starting in March, the end of March, I'll be in Oakland, and then after that, God just told me to walk. So I'll see you in the city soon. All right, Iamdexspeaks.com. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.